Good afternoon and welcome to TVM News. Today is Friday, February 17th. I'm Neva Kamalanero.
And I'm Emily Rowe. This week we have news about a mother who was charged with murdering her own son.
We also have news about a mass shooting that took place at Michigan State University.
And we'll check in with TVM sports anchors John Downey and Vincent Goldschmidt to find out the latest in Marywood and professional sports.
Nominations for the 7th Annual Leadership Award Ceremony have been sent out. Check your email for a link where you can nominate yourself, a classmate, or a teacher. Nominations are due Sunday, March 5th, and the winners will be announced at the awards ceremony in April.
Looking to serve the community that surrounds and supports campus? Campus Ministry is looking for volunteers for upcoming opportunities, including visiting and helping with activities for residents at Marywood Heights and Our Lady of Peace. For more info or to sign up to volunteer, contact Marywood Campus Ministry at communityservice@m.marywood.edu.
The Counseling and Student Development is celebrating Perfectly Imperfect Week, which started on Valentine's Day and will continue for the next week, where you can look forward to Affirmation Mirrors February 20th, 11 to 1 in McGowan. An all-body type fashion show will be held on February 22nd, 4 to 6 in the Latour Room, and a free eating disorder screening February 23rd from 9 to 4 in the PSC. A body positivity yoga session is also being held on February 24th, 11 to 12 in the Fitness Center.
Marywood students are coming together and partnering with the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention to host a campus walk. This walk is to raise awareness of mental health and suicide prevention on campus. Organized by Rebecca Zale, students and clubs are welcome and encouraged to sign up for the walk, which takes place on April 23rd.
When we come back, we'll tell you about a mother who's being charged with the murder of her son. But first, we'll check in with Maddie for the weather.
Thanks, ladies. Welcome back to your weekly weather report. I am Maddie Adams, and today is February 17th. It is currently sprinkling. The high today is 55 and the low is 25. It's a quite big temperature range. What we're looking at is it's going to get progressively cooler throughout the day. So later this afternoon, we're looking at temperatures in the 40s, and later this evening, dipping down into the 30s. Possibly high 20s, and we're looking at rain for the next few hours. Now, the good thing is I don't think we're looking at any potential torrential downpours. It's just going to sort of sprinkle on and off throughout the day. And again, it's not that cold, so a light jacket or an umbrella will do you just fine. Tomorrow, we're looking at a high of 41 degrees and a low of 19. Now, 19 is rather cold, but we are expecting some sun tomorrow, so that is great. On Sunday, we're looking at a high of 45 and a low of 29 degrees and cloudy conditions. On Monday, we're looking at a high of 49 and a low of 34 degrees. On Tuesday, we're looking at a high of 48 and a low of 29. On Wednesday, a high of 48 and a low of 31 degrees. Next Thursday, we're looking at a high of 59 degrees and a low of 36, but a 60% chance of rain on Thursday. So what we typically see is super warm temperatures followed by rain or some kind of storm of some sort. You can hear it's getting quite windy back there. But yeah, Thursday we're looking at higher temperatures, possibility of a chance of rain. We'll see what happens. Again, it's pretty far out to tell, but looking at rain later next week. Next Friday, a high of 47 and a low of 20 degrees, partly sunny with some clouds. We're looking at, I'm sorry to say, a bunch of cloudy days next week. We were spoiled this week, you guys, with warm, sunny temperatures, and next week is going to feel a bit more like early spring. It's going to be cloudy with some rain and some cooler temperatures. Now looking ahead, the following week we're looking at even colder temperatures and the possibility of some snowstorms. So be sure to stick with us. Next week we'll give you an update on that. But as today goes, the rain is really not that bad. It's really just sprinkling. I can barely feel it. I've got a jacket on and I am nice and toasty and warm and dry. So if you gotta throw on an extra jacket or an umbrella, be sure to do that. And be safe. I don't think road conditions are going to be that hazardous, but use your best judgment. We believe in you. Thank you so much for watching. We'll be right back after these short messages.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzzed and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
Yo, camping buddy. Okay, you guys ready?
Dude, I thought you were driving.
I thought you were driving.
Oh, I never said I was driving.
I definitely can't drive.
If you're high, just don't drive. It's illegal everywhere. If you feel different, you drive different.
I'm Chris Jakimick. I served in the United States Air Force and I deployed 3 times. So in 2017, I was serving as an Air Force First Sergeant. Our motto in that role is, my job is people, everyone is my business. But unfortunately in that year, I would lose my own brother, Lance Corporal Adam Jakimick, to suicide. The majority of veteran suicides are from guns. I store my weapons securely, not only for myself, but for my family. My service never stops.
A mother is being charged for the 2018 murder of her son with disabilities. This case has been followed by our local affiliates since a human remain was discovered in a shed fire in Plains Township. State police officially charged Lanchery Donofilio with the death of her son due to neglect. Donofilio believes she is being set up and is standing her ground, pleading, quote, "I didn't do that," end quote. She is currently being held in the Luzerne County Jail without bail.
On Monday afternoon, a Burke County teen was hit by a school bus. The 15-year-old girl was practicing for a cross-country meet when she was struck by the school bus that was actively carrying students. After the accident, the young girl was airlifted to Geisinger Medical Center. There have been no further updates regarding her conditions.
A missing woman from Luzerne County was found last Friday in Berks County. During a traffic stop, the woman shared with police that she was being held against her will. When asked for the identification, the man provided the troopers with fakes and then sped away from the scene.
In Overfield Township near Lake Winola, there was a call reporting what appeared to be a body found in a bag along the creek. A forensics team and coroner were sent to the scene and determined that it was in fact a mannequin and not human remains.
Trains are making a comeback to the area. A passenger train railway path has begun development that will take passengers from Pittston to the Poconos. The Reading and Northern Railroad announced that you will be able to take this train in May of this year. Pittston locals are hoping that the train's excursion will bring Pittston area local businesses more customers. Tickets will officially go on sale on March 1st.
Panther Valley School District has won a long battle against the Pennsylvania Board of Education this past week. Being a low-income school, teachers haven't been given the funds necessary for classroom supplies. After a Commonwealth Court judge ruled in favor of Panther Valley School District, the teachers are hoping to get the necessary funding so they won't have to pay from their own paychecks.
When we come back, we'll tell you about a mass shooting that took place at Michigan State University.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. Those 9 months were also 273 days of planning. What about your daughter's first costume party? It was out of this world. And let's not forget those barbecues you plan in detail for your family and your more vegetarian by the day best friends. That surprise party for your parents' golden anniversary? You get the golden planning. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
The Buffalo mass shooter has officially been sentenced to life without parole. In May, Peyton Generon killed 10 and wounded 3 people in a Buffalo supermarket. The judge of this case stated that the shooter deserved no mercy. Additionally, at the trial, a victim's family member lunged at him in the courtroom. Each victim had a family member represent them and presented a victim impact statement.
On the evening of Monday, February 13th, tragedy struck the Michigan State University community. There was a shooting on the campus in East Lansing at the MSU Student Union in Berkeley Hall. 3 students are dead, 5 students are in critical condition, and the shooter was found dead from a self-inflicted gunshot. After the incident, there is no known motive behind the shooter's intentions, but he has been identified as 43-year-old Anthony McCrae.
1 dead and 3 injured after a shooting in El Paso Mall. This week, shots went off in Cielo Vista Mall food court in El Paso, Texas. According to officials, 1 suspect is in custody. Investigators are still searching the mall for evidence.
On Monday evening, U.S. T-Mobile customers experienced a nationwide outage. This outage affected major cities and prevented people from being able to make calls, send texts, and access the internet. T-Mobile President of Technology, Neville Ray, tweeted, "Amidst the disruption, ensuring they are working to resolve the issue for their customers."
2 are dead after a helicopter crash on an Alabama highway. On Wednesday, a Black Hawk helicopter belonging to the Tennessee National Guard crashed. The 2 Tennessee National Guardsmen did not survive the crash. No civilians were injured. When first responders arrived at the scene, the helicopter was completely consumed in flames. When we come back, we'll check in with TVM Sports anchors John Downey and Vincent Goldsmith in the latest of Marywood and professional sports.
Where's your emergency?
Everyone's on their way. What happened? Your friend's not breathing. Yes, please get my mom and dad. Oh my God!
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. Remember the best planned 90 minutes of your life? Or that surprise party for your parents' golden anniversary? You get the golden planning. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
Pretty eventful week at Marywood Sports this week.
Yeah, Vinny, hopefully the basketball teams can make a run in the playoffs.
Yeah, let's hope so. Marywood men's and women's track and field team took part in a pair meets, first taking on Boston University before traveling to Ocean Breeze Athletic Complex in Staten Island. Neither meet had team scoring, but a few Pacers etched their names into the record books. Milana Straub broke Marywood's 5K record, running it in 17 minutes, 50.14 seconds in Boston. Jack Barnowski fell just 4 seconds short of the Marywood record for the mile, finishing with a 4-minute, 18.28-second mile in Boston. In Staten Island, Thomas Lee ran a 4-minute, 24.98 second mile, placing him 4th all-time in Marywood record books. Will Kalonich threw for 40 feet, 6 3/4 inches, which ranks 3rd all-time in Marywood's shot put rankings. Both the Marywood men's and women's basketball teams finished out their regular season schedules, hosting the Marymount Saints before traveling to Immaculata to face the Mighty Macs. The men's squad fell to the Saints 79-72. When traveling to Immaculata, they dropped their final game of the season 83-72. Sophomore guard Caleb Vigil tallied a 23-point performance against the Saints, following it up with a 10.7 rebound outburst against the Mighty Macs. The Pacers need a Marywood-University victory on Saturday to qualify for the Atlantic East playoffs. The women's team fate was similar, dropping both matchups. Against the Saints, the Pacers' offense was non-existent, losing 53-36. Then the Pacers traveled to Immaculata, dropping their final matchup of the year, 63-56. Sophomore guard Rachel McDonald totaled 22 points between the two games. The Pacers are the number 6 seed in the Atlantic East playoffs.
Hey, Vinny, did you hear about baseball being back? What do you think?
You love to hear it.
Love to
Best
hear it,
time
right?
of the year.
This past Sunday, Super Bowl 57 did not disappoint as the Kansas City Chiefs pulled off a magical comeback in the second half against the Philadelphia Eagles. The Chiefs were trailing 24-14 at the half, but came out firing right away and won the game with the last-second field goal, 38-35. This is the Chiefs' second Super Bowl in 5 years, behind the legendary duo of Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid. Both teams have bright futures, and Jalen Hurts showed he belongs with the big boys when it comes to the quarterback conversation. Believe it or not, but baseball is back as the players have begun reporting to their respective clubs this week. With many stars changing uniforms, new rules, and the World Baseball Classic, many obstacles will be faced by teams early on in the spring. World Series odds are out, and the evaluators feel that 7 teams have a legit shot, and those teams are the Astros, Dodgers, Yankees, Braves, Mets, Padres, and Phillies. The National League is far more competitive, but the American League has their 2 powerhouses. We hit the All-Star break in the NBA, and this year has been a wild one, where all of these trades, along with some teams overachieving while other teams are underachieving. The East is led by the Celtics, with the Bucks, 76ers, and Cavs as the real threats. Meanwhile, the Knicks and Heat have been a pleasant surprise. The West is led by the Nuggets, along with the Grizzlies close behind. Then it gets crazy because seeds 3 through 12 are all separated by just 4 games. The Kevin Durant trade to Phoenix and Kyrie Irving trade to the Mavericks should create a separation between all of these teams. That's all for sports. We'll be back after these messages.
Luke! 911, where's your emergency?
Everyone's on their way. What happened? Your friend's not breathing. Yes, please get my mom and dad. Oh my God!
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. Remember the best planned 90 minutes of your life? Or that surprise party for your parents' golden anniversary? You get the golden planning. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
Flacco the Eagle Owl escaped from his central park enclosure earlier this month after it was vandalized. Since then, he has been tracked down but not captured. Since being out, though, Flacco has proven his ability to hunt and survive outside his enclosure.
I think he's doing better out in the wild.
Honestly, yeah.
Instead of being, in a little cage in a zoo somewhere. But I wish him the best. I hope that he's eventually safe.
Yeah, me too.
That's going to do it for this week's edition of TVM News. From everyone here at TV-Marywood, thanks for tuning in.
Be sure to follow TV-Marywood's YouTube page and like the TVM Facebook page to stay up to date on the latest happenings and to watch additional content. I'm Emily Rowe.
And I'm Neva Kamal Anero. Have a great weekend, Marywood.